I know you want to win the game, but being a 1, 2, or 5 seed, does that go through your mind at all going in? Or?
Not really. I mean, it's a division game, and this is a huge week for us to gain some momentum. And shoot, I can speak as far as the offense. I mean, this defense has given us trouble over the last few years that we've played them, and they got a really good front. So this will be a great test for us heading into the postseason.
Just how you finish the regular season, do you put a lot of stock into how that can carry over to the playoffs, or does it really matter that much?
Yeah, I think it can definitely help carrying over. I haven't felt anything different in the locker room this week as far as any game we've played this year. I mean, this is we know this is an important week, and I think everyone's in on that in the locker room.
Your approach, I mean, you had 10 straight weeks of continuity in the offensive line, and you had to change your tire, and now you have some more changes. Just how you use that and adapt it going forward in the postseason where you're still not sure yet what the lineup's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, we're no different than any other team. Everyone goes through injuries, and guys have to step up. And luckily we've been kind of training this way since training camp, just different combinations of lines. And we've had, obviously, throughout the season, we've had to use different combinations of lines. So, we're still getting better working with each other, but guys have done a great job when their number's called to come out there and perform at a high level. So I got a lot of confidence in the guys in there and the guys that are going to be ready if their number's called.
Zack, regardless of the outcome of the seasons against Washington, this is going to be a season where you guys have not suffered a 2-game losing streak. Can you talk a bit about resiliency and how that's defined the season for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's kind of our word this year, and you never want bad days to accumulate, right? And I think the thing we try to do every week is be as consistent as possible, and I think we've seen that this year. And then obviously we're going to have to play our best football moving forward. But I didn't know that stat. So that's a good stat. I think we respond the right way as a football team, which is great to see.
Piggybacking on that, how is Mike McCarthy managed y'all through all the injuries and things you had to deal with? And obviously, the way you respond after losses is part of that. But how has he prepared y'all to go further this year?
Yeah, I think, well, first and foremost, kind of like I talked about earlier, we've had different guys out there on the field throughout the entire season. Sometimes in the past you have your starters, they get all the reps. That's not really how he runs things here. Guys, everyone who's active for that week is getting reps throughout the week and preparing themselves. So I think in his past, he's told us in some of his, the year they won it, he used, I forget what it was, 70-something guys. So he knows how important it is to have that depth and those guys get those reps. So that's been huge for us.
What did y'all learn from last year, just the experience of getting to the playoffs and not getting it done, and how has that fueled y'all?
Yeah, I think, obviously, we kind of got smacked in the mouth last year, and I think this year is just we got to put our head down, man. These teams don't come around. The opportunities with a team like this don't come around very often, so we have to take advantage of our opportunities, and that's why this week's such a big week for us. We got to get some confidence and some mojo running into the playoffs.
Zach, in addition to the general confidence, how important is it to do y'all's part in trying to get that home field playoff game this week? And this franchise hasn't won a playoff game on the road in over 20 years. How do you try and change that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just got to control what we can control, right? So if we got to go out there, take care of business on Sunday, and then whatever happens up north, it happens. So really we have to control what we can control. What we can control is go out there and play a good football game on Sunday.
This is the first time since you've been here. You've been in playoffs in back-to-back years.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, you were talking about the smack in the mouth last year. This is the first time you've been in a position where that's still kind of fresh with most of the team.
That's a good
and
point.
Not a lot of turnover. How is that different? How is that dynamic?
Yeah, I've never thought of that. That's a good point, though. I think you can feed off of that a little bit, right? Because we thought we had a great chance, and that kind of left a bad taste in our mouth. And obviously we have a new team, and but a lot of the same core guys are here, and I think we've grown as a football team. And again, we got to control what we can control, and that's starting going out there playing a good game on Sunday.
You guys have also gone 5-2 against teams that have clinched the playoff spot so far. Does that contribute some confidence in some way? The teams you've beaten?
I don't really look at it like that, honestly. the important thing is going out there and playing our brand of football, and that is the most important thing right now.
You've been on some very good offensive teams that have gone into the postseason. Is this the most diverse offensive team you've been on as far as being able to accomplish what you need to within games differently? Or
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can put, this is more than that year, this is more than that year, but I do think we can. We've shown the ability to do some different things offensively, and I don't think it's a secret. Everyone knows we want to start by running the football, but obviously, we've got a great quarterback and some really good skill positions, so we know we can kind of win that way too. So the biggest thing for us, I can speak on up front. Just got to execute ball plays and give those guys a chance to make some plays.
Mike's talked about how, given where y'all are in the season, Tyron really has to learn that right tackle position in games, even more so than in practices. What's something that you two know from last game that you might not have known earlier weeks in terms of what's the key to working together?
Yeah, I think just kind of feeling how each other moves. I would say, especially in protection, just understanding how each other set and how we can work off each other and help each other. That's probably the biggest thing that's just been something that was like, hey, we need more reps at this, is just feeling ourselves in protections. And that wasn't a surprise to me. I had a feeling that was going to kind of be the thing that we had to get used to the most. And yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.